sawdust. Hey John, Zoltan, McRams. Let's get underway. I sold more than what I have stock of because unfortunately, because I've now got the two variants of the with and without case, I can't, PayPal doesn't seem to let me have an option where a variant comes from the same stock batch. It considers variants as being completely distinct items. So you got to say I've got 8 of variant A and 8 of variant B, as opposed to I collectively have 8 and they can be either variant. So anyway, doesn't matter. Just have to suffer to selling more than what I've made. Hey Rilla, Micro. I haven't seen you for a while, Micromage. I keep forgetting to put keying marks on these stencils, and they would allow me to line it up a lot quicker and a lot easier, like actually have like a physical pin through the board. Well, it's not the end of the world, it's just more of a, I wish I had remembered to do that last time. And I'll probably do that for the next couple of stencils and forget. No, really, I don't want them as separate combined type unit things. That makes it a lot trickier for me. I just want it to be one item, like either purchased with the case or without the case. I mean, PayPal should come to the party at some point. It's a small inconvenience, but it just means I have to be on top of everything. And if I feel like I am genuinely running out of stock, then I just have to set the sales off for that particular period of time. Only doing 4 today. Oh, why did I touch it? Where's got to touch it when I shouldn't? Hey DJ, Dave Willits. Because as much as I hate to say it, people make mistakes when you start giving them too many options. And 2 separate stock items creates... I know it sounds stupid, but we've all seen me having to deal with PayPal disputes because people manage to buy my software and then decide, but wait, there's no board views and schematics, even though I was told a million times that there's no board views and schematics, and even though I said that I agree and understand that there's no board views and schematics. I am dealing with that kind of thing, and the more you can do to reduce that, the more you might retain your sanity. DJ, we're actually building today. Oh, by the way, 81s, I don't know if he's here or they're here, but yeah, I have been using ply for my riser, but then it was just such a simple suggestion, and to put feet on the bottom of it so then I can ride over the board. It's crazy how you can just not... simple solutions. I love simple solutions to problems like that. It just makes it so much easier. So plus 1 internet points for 81s for making that suggestion. And I mean, in retrospect, you're like, oh, of course, makes complete sense. Hey, Miles. Anyway, so it's frustrating dealing. Yeah, you'd think, no one's going to be that stupid. Believe me, it really is. And it's not. I don't know how to describe it. It's frustrating as hell. I will say that much. It's frustrating. What am I doing? I don't know. I really should have sanded this, but then I realised I haven't used sandpaper in a decade, so I don't have sandpaper. Now the only trouble with this is if I'm doing 2x2, it really is a better setup if I've had done two stencils, two sets of boards. Because right now I do feel like I'm going to be up-downing a bit too much. Anyway, we'll see how we go. I'm not even supposed to be doing those chips first up. I'm supposed to wait. Do the little ones. Hey, Gavalni and Fransos. Well, we're on the process now, so anyway, let's get to our 10 microfarads. At least this isn't too bad. I can do the reach out for that. Or is it? Maybe I do need that. There we go. Technically what would be better is if the boards themselves slid. So maybe I can do that by putting a sheet under the boards that will slide on top of this. Fortunately, the concept will remain the same. It's just now refining the concept. Fixing a yeah, I never know how to pronounce that. Sigrock, cigar okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. Never quite sure how to pronounce that one. I suppose it's probably on their website. I've noticed a lot of projects like that where they pick peculiar names. They then have to go along and say, and this is how we pronounce it. Like GIF or GIF. My lighting rigs haven't shown up yet still. The new softbox along with wall mounts, so I'm not sure what they're up to. They're certainly not here, that's all I know. So I guess it's going to be another weekend just waiting. No deliveries. Okay, we're missing a 1 microfarad there. Hey Paul, how morning? Oh yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, certainly don't have to thank me for that. Hopefully, it looks good for you. And good morning, by the way. I'm a bit scatterbrained here. You'll probably notice that my 100 microfarad placements have just been very random though. Oh, Miles, I have very limited faith. I have very limited faith. Very, very limited. But I still have to remain civil, of course. So this will be a comparatively short stream, I hope. Just get these done. I may terminate it at the reflow point. I don't know, because guess what? I still haven't put the oven outside. There's just so many other things I've got to deal with at the moment that making a external oven system is not quite on that list. A zero effect. Oh wow, I am not putting these parts down very accurately, I'm afraid. They're on the pads, but they're a little skew. I might actually have to tap them back. One thing I had thought of is having like a linear rails, or just sliding rails that I can rest my arm on. Like this is good, and it's simple, it's practical, it's very effective. But what I was thinking is like if you had an upright pen, forced upright, and then you just slide back and forth. It's basically your arm on skates. I know such things actually do exist. There is a manual pick and place guide assembly. I looked into one many years ago when I was doing a lot of this work. But naturally, of course, it was crazy expensive for what it was. You could pretty much just take a cheap CNC table, like those $250 ones, and strip it out and just leave it that you just have the little table and go back and forth, take the steppers off, everything. That would work. I should try that. Actually, I think you can get them for about $150 now. I know someone's going to suggest, what about a 3D printer? It would be the same. It's true. But I think the CNC tables, the really cheap ones, they're probably cheaper than even the cheapest 3D printer now. Have you considered soldering with lasers? No. I do wonder with laser. Not that I have any on this particular project, but what do you do about BGAs? I have seen that lasering solder system. Kind of noticed that they often use them to put BGA balls on with some of them. Come on. You two just need to let go of each other. Nah. Fine. Oh, and another two? What is this? Romeo and Juliet? It's extremely difficult to pick which way they are. Yeah, some sort of XY slider with a gantry and then the pen being held upright. The trickiest part though would be acquisition of the parts from the supply bin, the feed bins. But in terms of actual dispensing onto the board, yeah, that would make it dead easy. And then of course you could rotate this so that you can get your orientation perfect. There's a lot of ways you can go about this sort of thing. Mind you, with the expense you probably go to, you might be better off at that point just getting a 10 spool pick and place or something like that. I don't know. For now, I cannot afford to excessively spend. Ugh. If I was doing 500 a month or so, then yeah, I would look at getting JLC or someone to do it for me. But when I'm only, for as long as I'm doing about 4 a day, then I'm sticking with doing it myself. It's not only the assembly QC that you've got to worry about, it's the supply of parts QC that you've also got to be concerned about. And I absolutely know, you can just say, hey, look, these parts aren't up to standard, you've put the wrong ones in and stuff like that. That's great, but it's not so great when all of a sudden you've got 500 duds and you've got people who have paid, and now you've got to go through the process of trying to get them remade correctly. So yeah, it has its own inherent risks. And for now, I will put up with doing it this way for the foreseeable future. Hey, Lalo. PMP needs to be configured and fed. Yeah, that's it. There's a whole bunch of activity that you've got to sort out with a pick and place in the first place. So it's not just a magical wand solution. And that is fine if you're doing, like if you're going to do a run of 100, 200, whatever. Oh, there goes the local town F-wits. So many of them. But yeah, we're talking about very small volumes here. This is really, it's boutique sort of production. Shoot. Someone didn't have their breakfast this morning. And it shows. This bench power supply I got from them, the unit's quite dumb, can't even report current or voltage. Did I feel the earthquake? No, I didn't. That was about 1,200 kilometers away from me down south, so no. I think the furthest anyone felt it was probably about 400 kilometers south of us. We have had a couple up here, but didn't feel that one. Not the biggest fan of PCBWay. Had some power supply board tester boards made, and the solder mask flakes off. Really? Okay. Whoops. Yeah, I'm not one of those people that don't prepare the surface properly for painting. That's kind of honest though of me, because most times I don't even paint. For me, I like to use items that are going to be able to stand the weather and all that without any further work. So I tend to get treated wood a lot. Okay, I need to go over and have a look at these. I know there's enough of bits and pieces on there that are a little bit too skew, and I kind of tap them back. QC from most of these places is literally just putting a sticker that says QC on them. Like, oh, you want QC? Sure, yeah, that's 5 cents extra for the sticker. Yeah, so like that there drifted too far. Those ones will all pull in. This one's too far out. Most of them would probably pull in just fine with surface tension, but easier for me to just pull them back for the moment. I've got to be careful though, because if I merge the pads, like the actual pads of solder paste there, then I can actually end up creating more drama for myself. Oh yeah, that's a solid miss, that one. Looks like I'm definitely leaning to the right a little bit too much. I think we're good. Tim Schumann, I actually am. Um, I don't have the file. I subcontracting someone to do the production of the cases for me, as a way of um, thanking them for their innovation, amongst other things. However, I do have an excess of faceless ones. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Not you guys. Yeah, so these are the faceless ones, in the sense of there's no writing on them; they're logo only. So if you buy them for 79, if you buy it caseless, I will throw in one of these. So how's that for a deal? Because we were trying to weigh up which way we're going to go, and in the end, yeah, I went with the full writing. So now I've got this surplus of logo only editions, so I'll throw those in for any of you that pick up the 79. I still haven't even reprogrammed the controller on this to have the shorter soak time. Wait, where did you come from, Cable? You're not meant to be here. Oh, now I see. Only if Micro agrees to sign it. It's no deal, you're already getting $10 off. Okay, extractor on. Funnily enough, I know Miles has been funny there, but it's one of the dangerous things is when you start agreeing to deals, as soon as the first deal is done, the person is incentivized to try and cut you even further because they're like, hey, I got away with the first deal, I'm going to try and push my luck a little more. And so that's why you got to cut it off straight away. So that's it, that's the deal. What is my next invention? Yeah, I'm not sure. I've got to think of something because, yeah, there's going to be obviously some limit to how many of these I can sell. But I'm not sure what, because for me, I have to, whatever I invent has to be something that I'm using. And that's just how it works. It's like I needed a USB-C meter. Funnily enough, I was creating USB-A current meters way back in, I think the picture I have is like 12, 14 years ago. So back in 2010 or earlier, I already had invented USB meters. But anyway, the point is, for me to come up with a product, I really have to need it myself. So the ring lights, and although I'm not doing the ring lights anymore, I'll see how this new gimbaled one works. Speaking of which, I haven't got my boards for those yet. That's weird. Alright, it's pretty much time for me. They've got 2 minutes, 5 minutes to go. Hey Siri, set timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes starting now.
Thank you. Alright, I'll be back in 5 minutes, folks. room's back to smelling like Shenzhen. Just trying to find my hot grabber. I like literally had it at the start of the stream and I put it somewhere. I was like, oh, I don't need this here. Fool. Oh well. Suppose I can use a silicon mat. Guess that's what blah blah blah. That's what they're there for. Hot potato. I don't think so, Zero Effect. I think that's something that someone else has already done plenty of, don't you think? Signal traces, come on. Alright, here we go. Well, surface tension has done a lovely job as usual, making my mediocre pick and place look far more professional. A couple of big balls there, but nothing too bad. Looks like the sensor chips did alright. No troubles with them. Yeah, good job. Yeah. Okay, time to flash them. Oops, wrong way. Okay, all flashed good. Yeah, because these have got to ship out today. Hey Greg, how's it going? think we're done with the extractor for the moment. By the way, if you do get one of these units, remember that there is a protective film, a peel-off film on the LCD display. So I don't know whether you can choose whether you take it off or leave it on. I know some people cannot stand the idea of removing protective films from their goods, and that's entirely up to them. Caradog won't. Battling with Microsoft regarding their Windows 10 ESU offer. ESU extended support. Oh, I'm not used to the fact that these FPC connectors do not require a lot of force now. These are far more like the ZIF style, as opposed to, whereas before it seemed, ach nee man. Okay, I'm gonna have to deal with this. Right there. So, yeah, which one was it that I did? The
Bottom one, I think.
bottom one, yeah, I think so too. Alright, we'll see how we Okay. Yeah, the previous connectors that these had, they were more like the non-latch friction feed ones where you just got to push them a little harder. But yeah, these are more like what I would expect from the connector. Okay, testing time really. I suppose I better get my phone and cable. Oh, bravo, senor. Okay, is that? I think this cable's a bit dodgy. It's not my normal one. Where's my normal one? I hate it when I misplace my stuff. Ah, there it is. Yeah, Brad, that's pretty much how I tend to go with mine as well. So leave it on, then starts, if it starts obstructing, take it off, then we're back to fresh again. Okay, that's working properly. That's not working. Completely dead. It's got power, but the display is not working. Okay. Looks like 2013 was a dodgy. Maybe one of the I2C lines isn't pulling up properly. Yeah, it's working. All good. Alright, let's see what's going on with this one. Looking for something in the I2C or what? Ah, yeah, there we go. Yep. Not quite connected. That must have been when I moved. Perfect. Didn't even need any extra solder. So that sort of suffered what we call pillow in head fault. Sort of. It wasn't quite pillowed, but basically the part didn't merge with the solder. And I would say that's probably because I was pushing it around. Partial tombstone. It's sort of like it's like a pinky finger out of the grave. It's like there we go. It's working. Yep. Yep. We're all done. Okay, that's it from me today. Thanks for sticking around, keeping me entertained while I did this repetitive, boring work. So what was that? 51 minutes. A little longer than I normally take. Oh well. Thank you all for watching. See you on the next one. And yeah, you can get these online now, though any that you buy now will be technically a pre-order. There will be one left, and that will actually be this one here, which is board 2013. So whoever buys the next one, they'll be getting 2013, which had the pillow in the head tombstone pull-up resistor. Okay, I'm out of here. Thank you all again for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Till then, take care. I'll see you next time.